intro might be like 5 minutes. He be jamming.
Exactly. The first verse don't start till like 7 minutes and 32 seconds. But you was all right. Speaking of performances, let me tell you something. My man Bruno and my man Anderson, aka Silk Sonic. If you want to, I'm gonna leave the door open for you, baby. just don't want it. I'm gonna leave the door open.
You saw they do like this in the Grammy.
Let me tell you something. I don't know if y'all saw the Grammys. I have never seen a bell-bottom suit look so wonderful.
Now, who are you pining over, Yvette? Who's your crush?
I know this is so bad because he got a wife, but Anderson, I don't know why. When I first saw the video, and he was just like, he just had the swag in it.
Pop did everything.
And then when in the Grammys, she was like, if you, I was like, I was screaming in here. I was like, why is he so sexy? I don't understand why. No, I'm sorry to his wife, you know. But
like, I'm sorry.
Something for me, yo.
You gonna leave the door open?
He did, and he's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I said, whoa, whoa.
You know a song is good. I said woo, 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 and the la
Las.
He did it for me. Bruno, I'm a big Bruno fan, so I love Bruno, but I don't know why Anderson, he just has this different swag to him. It's just like, hey, like,
get you hyped. And they're both, and this is why I segue to them from Keisha, because they're both entertainers.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's something about just seeing them on a video, not even live.
Right.
When Bruno Mars did his tribute to Prince, he did a phenomenal job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Showmen, they're showmen.
He's if you see Bruno live, it's like you're going to be hyped the whole time.
And then his background dances, and then
yes, and they're all the same energy. Like it's just like
it's like when you have auditions, it's like we need to see what your energy is.
Yes.
And if yours don't match mine, you can't be in this band. You can't be in Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's consistent. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
It's always consistent. Like he's always gonna give a show. And then you're gonna bring out Anderson. He got his
now.
Girl, you need to go get yourself an Anderson pack.
Right.
I see him live.
She is like getting moist and everything.
It's been 9 months.
I saw him live too.
I've seen him, and he sings in the front. He sings on the drums. He played. It's just a whole experience.
He's like making love to music.
Yes. Can I sidebar?
Okay.
Anytime I see Anderson perform, I'm amazed just because I have tried a hand back in the day to get on the drums. The type of rhythmic
coordination.
You trying to be like Sheila E?
Yeah, the type of rhythmic syncopation and I don't have it. For you to sing, play.
This is why I always get caught up with the drummers.
Ooh. Do tell.
Well, on the Breakfast Club, Silk Sonic did an interview, Bruno and Anderson, and Charlamagne had brought up the fact that people were trying to attack Bruno, saying that he was culturally appropriating Black music. And Bruno said his piece, and he said that he's always given great accolades to the people that he, admires, the James Browns, the New Editions, all of them. Yes, he's always shouted them out. However, Bruno is Puerto Rican.
That's what I say. He's a part of the minority.
First of all, look at his complexion. Let's go.
Right.
Okay, because if he was not a celebrity, he would quickly get stopped by the cops, and he still would get stopped by the cops and might get killed. So, in
a Bentley.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing about that, I mentioned the fact that he's a Puerto Rican because Puerto Ricans have us obviously Spanish colonization,
right?
But they're also Black,
right?
But a lot of them want to claim that.
Huh?
A lot of them don't want to claim that Black part.
A lot of them don't. However, if you do your Hiss and Tory, if you go and talk to Hiss and Tory,
yep,
they'll tell you that they were colonized and they were slaves that were put there.
Right.
By the Spanish ships. So when you start saying that people like Bruno is culturally appropriating, that's kind of senseless.
I can understand if you were saying Ozzy Osbourne.
Who's singing Leave
like it's Bruno.
Culturally appropriating is Taylor Swift remixing that god awful version of September.
Or in Dreamgirls when he was like, "Got me a Cadillac, got me a Cadillac car."
I've got me. That's culturally appropriating.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
You can't really say that and this is why I need everybody to do their homework. Like, and if you want to go even further and you want to go back, as my girl Jane says, that there's only one race. But places like Puerto Rico, places like Dominican Republic, places like, Cuba, places like Brazil. Do you know that the majority of slaves were actually taken to Brazil? Or taken to South America? South America had 60% of the slaves of the humans that were stolen during a transatlantic slave trade. So you want to say, "Oh, I'm Brazilian, I'm not Black"? And there's some Brazilians now, but even now in Brazil, they still treat the darker hued ones differently. The fact that they trying to do it with Bruno, it's all in his bones.
Stop it.
Kai and Shauna, y'all, we about in the same age group.
Yes.
And I remember growing up as a kid in the early 80s, and I didn't see color to music. I listened to
neither did we.
We knew all the words to Kenny Rogers' Gambler.
I was in love with Kenny Rogers and Culture Club.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
You can't tell me that George Michael was not my man back in the day.
Girl,
George Michael.
And then I remember my cousin having the Kiss rock group on his wall, the posters. We didn't see color back then.
It was just music.
Yeah.
What happened?
We didn't know that Bobby Caldwell.
I knew you was about to say Bobby Caldwell
was white.
Do
didn't know he was white until much
Right.
later.
In my world.
I can't wait.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think I was 8 years old when I found that out.
Girl, you were still a
She
sperm.
was 8 years
You
old.
were still a sperm.
I was 8 years old.
The Rhythmics
Eurythmics. Come on.
still bump that song as if it was like
Look, you had Tina Marie. Come on.
Yes.
me.
And no, I wasn't saying, look at that white lady sing.
No,
No.
we were just like, she sang that song.
Fire and desire.
And I was a huge fan of Madonna. I love me some
I
Madonna.
did like Madonna, but then once she started doing all of the risque stuff, mommy wouldn't let us listen to her.
Yeah, no, it's like, okay. It's
We
right.
weren't allowed to listen to her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Paul McCartney,
Mm-hmm.
the Beatles. I was into the Beatles. But
The
Paul
Beatles.
McCartney,
Mm-hmm.
Kaya, you and Phil Collins.
what did I think of Genesis? Let me tell you something, Lucy. Bill Collins is my boyfriend.
Kaya, wait a
If
minute.
you will.
How old is he now? Like 70? Like, how old is this dude now?
I don't know. But I play In the Air Tonight as it just broke yesterday.
Yesterday.
Ooh. Another Day in Paradise, Sudia. You can't tell me that these songs
Yes.
are classics.
Yes.
He was another one on the drum singing.
Oh, yeah.
That was real music back then. That was real music.
Y'all done took me back.
I'm sorry. I thought you was going there, but you didn't.
My archives.
You didn't go to Phil Collins.
Well, she gonna be listening to that.
We were into like pop, like with Cyndi Lauper,
Yeah.
country with Kenny Rogers.
Right.
Like we had the whole Kenny Rogers album. Who has Kenny Rogers album? The Gambler.
Troy might have it. I gotta ask them.
But we just love, like you said, Keish, we just
It
love
was music.
And I didn't say, oh, look
it
at
had
that
no
white
color.
man singing, or look at that white woman singing.
No,
No, it was just
no
music.
color. Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
The words get in the way.
And you know what I loved about music back then? They had an intro and an outro. The
Yeah.
intro might be like 5 minutes. You be jamming.
Exactly. The first verse don't start till like 7 minutes and 32 seconds. But you was
Oh, I used to hate that. Like, you used to start the song already.
songs on the radio. It go,
It's like 3 minutes.
I wanna be the fucking just like boom and it's only one chord before the first verse come in.
Yes.
Yeah, what happened
And
to
it's only 3
a
minutes.
good intro to get
Only
you
3
hyped?
minutes.
And songs now is only 3 minutes.
Alicia Myers
Girl,
intro.
I forgot what song it is. And they have it's a rap song. And as soon as the song come on, they start rapping right away. I'm like, damn, like
Let me ease into it.
You can't even groove to it.
dude.
Let me ease
Can I
into
get a
this.
count in?
Like, what happened?
Remember back
Where's
in
the
the
quick
day,
track?
I'm getting a little deep here. Remember, like, you could make love to a song? A whole song? Like, now you like
Now you got
all songs put together.
You have to have a playlist.
now you got to have a playlist.
Back then, you
Gotta
just
have a
had
playlist.
1 or 2 good songs.
And it's a rap.
If you don't,
The intro alone was 7 minutes.
exactly. Because if you don't, like Uncle Earl said, you can hang it up. That's it. It's just gonna be straight silence.
Yeah.
What happened?
Mm-mm-mm.
It's a big difference.
It is.
I was talking about Alexander O'Neal the other day because he was amazing,
He was.
you know. But now
Listen to Kai, just let it go. Just let it go.
I be wondering, I'm like, Dad, can I get his Cash App?
You ain't right.
You right. Dollars.
You ain't right. You are not right. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you. I'm not going to do it. You are wrong.
I'm gonna laugh. You better chuckle, Sean.
I'm done. Whoa.
You was thinking the same thing. Y'all was thinking the same thing. Y'all like, no. He need like dental work or something.
My man can't hold. He sound like, you know how y'all be talking about my laugh? My man sound like he smokes a pack of Cool per hour. Unfiltered.
Oh,
Unfiltered. It's just straight nicotine and Black and Miles.
Yeah.
And Black and Miles. And then for dessert, he'll have a cigar.
Damn.
And a shot.
You know? And a shot of Rand Nephew.
Right.
I'm done.
Lord Jesus, God bless
You know, you can't start me talking about no music. You start playing the Commodores. You know what song has the longest intro?
What?
Got to Give It Up.
Oh, yes.
That's my song.
True.
I used to go out to buy
3 minutes.
and stay.
The intro alone.
No, I think is it the Hustle that has the longest? The Hustle.
So, or Love Is the Message.
Yeah, no, Love Is the Message. That's what it is. Love Is the Message. That's the only thing I can do. No, it's Love Is the Message.
But Love Is the Message ain't got no verses.
No, it does. Love.
But
That ain't no verse.
Yo, I used to hate when my aunt used to put that on. I'm like, damn, that's
Love is
and then she would watch it.
love. Love is love.
Good song. I appreciate it now, but before I used to hate that song.
Yeah, that was a lot.
It was a lot.
However, we did have a lot of musical influences that were few.
Yes.
And we didn't listen to it any less.
Nope.
Because when I play Phil Collins in my truck,
Oh my gosh. It's like
that track hit so hard. That has a long intro too.
intro too. Yeah.
And you got to be careful or else you miss that beat. Because you be thinking you snap into the right beat.
Right. And then it's
and I'd be like
clapping on the 1 and the 3, 2 and the 4. Clapping.
Y'all ain't right. I be telling my son all the time. I said we are a 2 and 4 family. You better get it
Right.
You go
If you on that 1 and 3, we can't do it. Nope. Better clap on that 2 and 4.
Be like, that's your father in you. You better get rid of that. Better get rid of that.
Don't forget to tune in every week for Between Sisters. If there's a topic that you want us to discuss, drop it in the comments. If you want to be featured on one of our shows, click on the email link. And most of all, follow us on IG and shop Maven style.
She said they heard a pop in the movie theater. It was a stampede. People were jumping over the wall, rolling over each other. And it was something like it was something simple. It wasn't no, but people were on edge after that.
Of course.